Hey guys, welcome or welcome back. We are doing a Q&A today because we are celebrating my 10 years on YouTube. I have wine. It's pink. Kind of makes sense for me because I love pink. If you don't know, pink is my favorite color. And yeah, we're just gonna be doing a Q&A. I asked on Instagram and on the community page as well, just for like questions. There's a whole heap. I do not know how long we're going to be talking today. This is going to be a very long video, I'm thinking, because I'll probably just go to a point where I'm like just rambling on. I was like, I need something to celebrate, so I got my wine and I'm just on my couch. It's a different background. We don't usually sit here, but we're sitting here today for some reason. I don't know, I felt like it. So yes, today we're just going to answer some questions. It'll be fun. It'll be pretty chill. Yes, so let's drink wine and answer questions. Ooh, this is really nice. I got this for my 30th from like work friends. This is really nice wine. Ooh, oh my God, I've screenshot so many of them. Let me have a look. Okay, can you personally see a character arc for yourself being on YouTube for 10 years? Yes, I've changed a lot in 10 years. Like when I started, I was 21. Like, that's crazy. That's insane. What was I doing at the time? I was leaving. I ditched my first degree that I had spent 3.5 years or something on, and then I ditched it because I didn't like it. And so then I went traveling in Europe, and then I came back and then I started YouTube. No, I started YouTube before Europe because I did videos in Europe. Oh God, they're so old. I never want to do vlogging like that ever again. I think I've privated them, I think. But as a YouTuber, like I've completely changed like what my channel was even about and everything. There's been, definitely an evolution to myself, but I think that happens with everyone. Like as you get older and everything, it kind of makes sense. You're not the same person as you are when you're 21 than if you are 31. Well, I'm turning 31 this year, but like, oh God, that sounds like, oh my God, 31, what the fuck? Where did all the time go? I don't feel 31. Let's just not think about that. Let's drink to that. Drink to 31. How are you ever since your hiatus? I have been amazing. I've been so good. Some things have changed. I did like a video a couple of weeks ago about sort of like my comeback, kind of. I talked about working full time and like not having any time to do YouTube and falling out of love of editing and all that. So much has changed in like 2 weeks. So I've dropped one of my days at work. So I'm working 3 days at one job and 1 day at another. So I have my Fridays free now. Yes, people, I have my Friday nights back. I'm so happy. So I can focus on YouTube so much more, which I'm extremely excited about. And I don't have to take annual leave if there's like an event on Fridays, which I always have to do because there's always something on a Friday. Like since, coming back from my hiatus, my time off, I am doing much better. Like just 2 weeks. So much has changed in 2 weeks. It's very weird. Oh, it's dangerous. Having this wine is dangerous. Does it actually feel any different after 10 years? How do you keep it fresh? Yes, it does feel different after 10 years. When I first started, it was like tiny and little and like I didn't have any of the worries that I do now. Even just the platform in general, like YouTube in general, is so different. Like just the environment and the general world of YouTube. Stop beeping your horn outside, people. Try to talk here. Hair flip. Just the whole like competition. I feel like when I first started, it never felt like that. Views, trying to beat people. Like it felt a lot more about community, and that's why I want to kind of bring that back to my channel and emphasize the importance of that rather than views, money. I mean, money's good. Who doesn't want money? And earning money from this would be good because I'm trying to substitute it like a day now. So some income from it would be good, would be nice. But like, I don't want that to be like my sole like reason for YouTube. So I kind of want to get back to that a little bit more. And how do I keep it fresh? I mean, I've just done a K-pop video. So that's keeping it fresh. It's doing something a little bit different than what I'm used to. I mean, I have evolved in regards to the sort of videos I've done over the last 10 years. Like I've sort of had phases. We're in a new era now. I don't know what's happened to me. 2024 is like it's gonna be very different this year. And I'm excited for it. What have you learned not to do on YouTube? Oof. Oh, there's so many things. But also I've gotten to the point where like, I don't give a fuck now, like a lot of the things. When I did my video recently about why I haven't been on YouTube and stuff, there was an overwhelming amount of positivity and thank you so much. Like your comments were amazing and I felt so loved and appreciated. And I think that's also That video was like a huge turning point for some reason recently. I made a point about how like I don't really voice my thoughts. Like I do, but not like some opinions. Like I censor myself a lot. And that's something that I've learnt to do over time, which I think I need to sort of unlearn. I mean, obviously you have to be very considerate of what you say and be particular and think about what you say, because it's important of what you vocalize and what you put online and what you say, because it influences other people and can have an impact on other people. So you need to sort of, yeah, think about what you're saying. But I think I like overly did it because I was just way too worried about people who just don't matter. What I have been doing to make sure that people don't hate on me just isn't like good. So that's something that I've learned, but I'm trying to actually unlearn now. If you could tell yourself from 10 years ago to keep up with YouTube or to not bother, which would you say? Totally keep up with it. Like, yes, there's obviously like crappy stuff from being a YouTuber. Like, yes, obviously. But I have met so many people, like friends from YouTube, that I still am in contact with and still talk to. And I'm like, I couldn't imagine not having that like part of my life. Like, it's such an important part of my life. So I could never imagine like it not existing. I feel like I would be so different. Like, I don't even know what my life would be like if YouTube wasn't involved. Have your opinions on films and being a YouTuber changed? Sometimes I've been on like the bandwagon with certain things and like agreed or disagreed with people because I feel like I needed to, especially when I was studying. I did cinema studies as like my minor at uni. Obviously at that time I was like early 20s and I didn't really voice my thoughts on things. And I think my perspective on films now is just like, if you enjoy it, you enjoy it. Like, movies aren't real. Like, as in, you can just watch them for the enjoyment factor. I think that's my perspective on films now. It's also gotten to the point with my life, I'm just like, who cares? And if someone cares about what you think, like, that's amazing. But if they get overly like negative about how you think about things, like, they don't know you. They're like an anonymous person online. Like, I don't care. And I guess that connects to YouTube, where it's just like my perspective of online culture and YouTube online and like relationships. What's the word? There's like parasocial relationships. That's it. I think separating, you need that separation still. But I have found people that have become friends through YouTube. So it's a little bit of a strange atmosphere, like a strange world environment to live in. Ugh, why is there hair on my phone? Oh my God, it's everywhere. I have a silicone case for my new phone and I hate it. I need to get a new one. How are you feeling about your life and careers? I love you. You are so cool and talented. Thank you. That's really nice of you. Life and careers. I mean, I think I've really just sort of had an epiphany like over the break, like holiday break, where I was just like, I need work-life balance. Right now, I'm doing like a whole heap of stuff. I'm doing YouTube and then I have 2 other jobs, like a casual and a part-time job. I'm kind of doing like a mix of things at the moment. Career-wise, I've never really known what I want to do. Like, I've never known. I've just kind of like done whatever. And right now I have a mortgage because I'm paying for my apartment. So like all I'm worrying about now is just being able to pay that off. That's it. So career-wise, I'm not like a career-driven person. I work so then I can enjoy the stuff that I want to enjoy. I don't like really care about what my career is, at least not right now. Maybe in the future, but not right now. I really want to make content around films, but don't know how to start. Any tips? I also want to create this type of content to find a community. No one I know in real life likes movies the same way I do, so I get frustrated not knowing how to express everything I feel. The thing is I made my channel, 10 years ago, so I don't know the best way to start a channel now, just because I'm kind of just like set where I'm at, and I feel like starting a channel is very different now than it was 10 years ago. It's very different in regards to like the algorithm and views and like growth and finding community and stuff. Like, it's very different. It's really hard. I know exactly what you mean. Like, it's hard to find people in person that enjoy the same stuff as you. I know, at least coming from someone from Australia and from like Melbourne, I would say like the Australian movie community people, it's very small. I don't know like any. If you're out there, hi. Because YouTube, I feel like, is really saturated by the US and like Europe, like UK and stuff. I think a second Canada, like that kind of, those countries. Australia is very small. So when it comes to like finding people that have common interests with you, it's kind of hard to start fresh unless you like, you know, work with them or have some sort of common thing. It's hard to like find people that you have things in common with. You have to kind of do it online, which sometimes works, sometimes doesn't, because you never know what people are like online. You don't know. People can be weird, okay? Like, you have to be safe at the same time. I feel like there's lots of videos online about how to start a channel, like in 2024 or 2023. There's a lot of guides online, so that will probably be a good help to start. Yeah, I'm not exactly sure, and I know exactly what you mean about trying to find people that like the stuff you like. It can be difficult. How are you? I know you touched on it recently, but like, really, how are you? How am I? I'm good. I'm great. I'm fantastic. I'm very happy. I just want my month to go by so I can drop my Friday shift, and then I will be even more happy, and then I can purely focus on YouTube. And also, my K-pop video just went out last night. This is the day I'm filming the next day. And oh my God, so much positive response to that. So many people have just like arrived at my channel and they're like, oh my God, I'm just like, huh? My channel, I want to reassure people, like my channel isn't going to be a K-pop channel, just all Korean and Japanese and like Asian cinema. Like it's not all going to be that, but that is going to be incorporated into my channel. I just wanted to reiterate that to make sure people realize I'm not disappearing from movies, because I love movies, obviously. But no, I'm doing great. To answer your question, I'm doing very well. At the time, why did you start the channel? How has your interest in maintaining the channel evolved? What is your favorite part of being a YouTuber? What do you know now that you wish you had known 10 years ago when starting the channel? Okay. What was the first question? There's too many. At the time, why did you start the channel? I started it because I knew no one that was into movies, and I wanted to talk to people who were into movies. How has your interest in maintaining the channel evolved? Yes, it has changed over the years. I mean, at first it was like a hobby and like money wasn't a thing. And because I had all other things that I was doing as I was changing and developing in my early 20s, early mid 20s and stuff. And then Rona hit and my channel went zoop up like this, and I was unemployed, so the only thing I had was YouTube. So for those like, I think it was a year and a half that I didn't have a job, all I did was YouTube, and that's when my channel like took off. So I was focusing on that a lot, and then I finally got a job, and then I moved out and bought a place, and then now working full-time. Well, not working full-time now, but I was working full-time for ages. So my sort of dedication to the channel has gone up and down a lot, but it just depends on like what my priority is at the time, what I'm up to, how busy I am. It's just all about time. It's not necessarily like whether I want to do it, it's whether I have the time to do it. And I just didn't have the time for like ages. When we're in lockdown, there's nothing else for me to do. So obviously all my time is focused on it. But since then, like, there's all these other things that I have to do. So I don't really have the time to just do YouTube. But I mean, we're getting back into it and it's very exciting. What is your favorite part of being a YouTuber? A lot of people would say being able to talk to like their community and people that follow you and all of that. I personally like, and I love that, but I personally, my favorite part is just being able to literally talk about the things that I like, because there's no one here for me to just like verbally, like in person, say the things I'm feeling about shows and movies and stuff. My family don't really want to hear it. And like some of my workmates, I talk to them, but like when we're at work, we have to work. So that's my favorite part about YouTube. It just gives me an outlet to just, word vomit. What do you know now that you wish you had known 10 years ago when starting the channel? Don't like attach your self-worth to shitty people. That's one thing that I've definitely learned over the years, is like there are crappy people out there who don't know anything about you, who are judgmental, who have nothing going on with their lives. My mentality is changing, like has changed recently, and I'm trying to like focus on that a lot more, because when I first started, I was very innocent. I didn't know what it was like on YouTube. I watched YouTube daily. That was like everything that I did. But when starting, I didn't really know what it would be like, online culture. I don't know if I was really prepared. If I was now still like I was back then, I would not be able to handle like having a bigger channel. When I hit 1,000 people, oh my God, did I do a video? I probably did a video celebrating that. And look at me now. Look at me now. 10 years. That went quick. What was the most frustrating video to get up on YouTube? If you know, copyright is a fucking bitch. It's a bitch and I hate it. Even I was trying to put up just now, I'm trying to like do a video, like a movie, and copyright. I have to edit copyright, have to edit. It's hell. But the hardest one is my Final Destination 2 one, which still isn't up. I've put it on the side. I'm not going to attempt it anytime soon because it'll make me have a really bad mental... It'll take me back. It'll take me back to last year and when I was going through trying to upload it, and it was just absolute hell. Do you think you will do any collab reactions with other YouTubers in the future? I've done videos with other people, even my brothers. I've done videos with my brothers, but probably not. Like, I don't think so, because there isn't anyone that I'm really close enough that I would feel comfortable doing movie watches with and stuff. Like, there's no one really that I would be like, want to come around to my place and film? Like, no, I don't think so. Sorry. Hi, what do you do outside of YouTube? Outside of YouTube, I watch movies and TV and listen to music and meet up with friends and just random shit. Just normal life. I don't have like lots of hobbies. Like, it's not like I crochet or do puzzles. I read a lot. I read a lot of romance. That is my genre. I love romance books. They're just so fun. They're fun and easy to read and I love them. And I'm getting into romantasy at the moment, which is kind of fun too. So yeah, I do reading on the side as well. Have you watched My Neighbor Totoro? I have. I did it for a Studio Ghibli video that I did, and then I ended up deleting it because everyone said that I would get a copyright strike on my channel. And so I like freaked out and deleted it. So I have seen it once. I don't really remember anything from it. Which group got you into K-pop and which ones do you follow the most? Are you obsessed to the point of watching their behind the scenes content and fan compilations, etc.? Yes, I have fallen into a rabbit hole, and I'm now getting into a second rabbit hole. If you haven't watched my most recent K-pop video that I put up, I'm currently getting into ATEEZ. This is the second group I'm getting into. So Stray Kids is who got me into K-pop to start with, in around like October last year. I came across their Maniac video, and like, it just, my life has not been the same since. I literally just listened to them. Like, I was working today and I just put my Stray Kids video playlist on, music playlist. I put that on for a couple of hours and just listened to my favorite tracks. So Stray Kids, I'm obsessed. Chan is my bias. And now I'm getting into ATEEZ. So that's currently what I'm doing on the channel. Like, I'm just randomly doing ATEEZ videos because they're fun and they do get copyrights on them, which is really frustrating. And I don't know how to work around it. We're gonna figure it out. We're gonna figure it out. We'll see how it goes. And yes, I watched all fan compilations and like Stray Kids core crack videos, just anything on YouTube. They're fucking hilarious. I like spend hours just sitting here just watching stuff. That's all that's on my For You page on my Instagram. I just scroll about anything that's Stray Kids. That's who got me into it, yeah. Congrats on the decade-long channel. Have you ever watched Avatar: The Last Airbender? If not, would you be open to reacting to it on your channel? Or also its sequel, The Legend of Korra? I have not watched it. I've heard very good things. There are so many shows that I need to watch that are just on my list. Like, K-drama wise, I have probably about 20, 25 in my notes. I have like a notes list of just all the K-dramas that I want to watch. So there's a lot of TV shows and movies that I want to watch currently. I will hopefully get to it eventually, but I don't think it will be like right now. Maybe in the future. You said you became a huge fan of Korean music and TV shows. How did this journey start for you? Who introduced you to this world? I believe someone recommended My Name, I think. Did I watch that before Squid Game? I either watched My Name before or after Squid Game. I think I watched it before. My Name and A Time Called You are my two favorite K-dramas. I've watched them repeatedly. I adore them. I cry. Every time I watch it, I cry. Like, oh my God. If you've watched A Time Called You, there's like a story for a romance that's like 6 minutes long. It's a 6-minute long romance in this entire series. And it's the most heartbreaking thing. I can't handle it. If I ever want to cry, just put those 6 minutes on. Oh my God. Like, yeah, I think it was My Name is the answer to the question. I'm pretty certain. I think someone reviewed it online, possibly, I think. Congrats on 10 years. What got you into K-pop and Japanese shows? What's your current favorite show? What's your favorite 5 movies of 2023? I watched a lot more shows than movies last year. I didn't watch a lot of movies. What did I even watch? This is what I mean. Like, I can't even remember. Like, I'll watch something and I'll completely forget that I watched it. We're just going to Letterboxd to see what I watched last year. Yeah, see, so many K-dramas are in here. Oppenheimer was great. Loved Oppenheimer. Across the Spider-Verse was good. Guardians 3, I bawled my eyes out. John Wick 4 was really fun as well. Yeah, I mean, that's probably like the key like movies, I'd say. But most of the shows I've watched have been K-dramas. Destined with You, Extraordinary You, King the Land, Doom at Your Service, A Time Called You. Yeah, most of what I've been watching are K-dramas, and I love that Letterboxd has K-dramas on here so I can log them. And my current favorite show? Oh, I'm in the middle of so many. Let's go to my notes. Let's just have a look. What am I in the middle of right now? I need to finish Hidden Love. I need to finish It's Okay to Not Be Okay. Perfect Marriage Revenge. Alchemy of Souls. Oh my god, Alchemy of Souls goes on forever. It's such a long show. Oh my god, I had to take a break from it because it was just taking forever to watch. I do want to watch Death's Game, but I don't know. I've heard like it's good, but also like it's sad, kind of, I think. So I don't know. I might put that to the side for now. What was your favorite movie theater experience? My favorite movie theater experience will always and forever be Endgame. Nothing will beat Endgame. Like, I still know where I sat in the cinema. I remember the entire atmosphere of the theater. I cried a lot, and I tried to like not ugly cry, but I was just very vocal with my crying. It was definitely, yes, a big experience, and I don't think anything will really beat that, at least not anytime soon. Will you be watching Pearl? I mean, it's on my to-watch list, but probably not anytime soon. I mean, I watched X, and apparently Pearl is better than X, so, like, we did X on the channel. So, at some point, but maybe not right now. Thoughts on Marvel/Star Wars do you still watch? Okay, Marvel. Let's start with Marvel first. I think the last Marvel show, movie I watched was Guardians 3. And TV show wise, the only TV show I've watched, like, as of late was Loki. I cried. Oh my god, that final episode destroyed me. It killed me. I, like, even listened to the score. There's one, what's the song? Where's the score? Let me find it. There's one track from the score that I, like, actually, like, sobbed to. It's called Purpose is Glorious. I think it's the second last song on like the soundtrack, the score. Oh my god, I was listening to it at like 3 a.m. the other day and I just cried. I just cried. That's what I mean, like music and movies make me emotional. Loki is the only one that I was interested in. Everything else, I just don't care. I just don't care. There's so many directions. I'm like, choose a direction. What are you doing? Like, are we going this way or this way? Like, are we doing Celestial? Are we doing Kang? Like, what are we doing? I'm so confused. And Star Wars, like, I've kind of lost interest in Star Wars. I was a fan, and I do like the originals, but the Disney ones, like, as of late, I just don't. I'm not really interested, even though I've heard Andor is meant to be really, really good. And I've heard The Mandalorian went downhill, so maybe I'll just leave that. I just don't really have much interest in it. There's other things that I'm liking more at the moment. A film where your love or dislike has changed over the past 10 years. Okay, there is a perfect example for this. So, in the past, when I was 15, Twilight came out. I was completely obsessed. And then when the hate train happened for Twilight, I just went in complete denial that it's horrible and you shouldn't watch it and it's the worst thing ever. Like, I think everyone's aware that the Twilight franchise is not good. However, I can quote the shit out of it. It's so fun to watch. I do not care anymore. In the past, I would deny, like, enjoying watching this movie. Like, specifically Twilight. The other ones I'm like, I'm not really that interested in. Twilight specifically, I can watch that all the time. I can quote the heck out of it. I enjoy watching it. Because it's shit. It's so bad, but it's so nostalgic for me. I did dislike it, but I think I disliked it because everyone disliked it. But now I've gotten to the point where I'm like, I love it. I love it because it's so bad. What is a movie that came out 10 years ago that you have fond memories of? In 2014, I was traveling Europe at the time and I watched Predestination, which is an Australian film. It was recommended by a couple of YouTube friends and I was in, I think, Amsterdam at the time or Berlin. And I was just in my hostel and I was like, I don't want to go out tonight. I'm just going to watch a movie. So I put Predestination on. My brain was completely just blown. I was like, what is happening? What is going on? It's a great story. The acting's really good. Highly recommend. If you have not watched Predestination, watch it. If you could see any film again, but in IMAX, which would it be? I am so frustrated right now. So in January, Feb, I think, I'm not sure how long it's going for, but the IMAX in Melbourne is doing like, they're doing showings of like movies that have been on IMAX before, like they're re-showing them. And I had a look at ones that I wanted to see. and they were all sold out. I was like, how are you already sold out? I was so sad. I mean, I would love to just see even Blade Runner 2049 on the big screen. No, you know what? I would want to see Lord of the Rings, because I didn't see Lord of the Rings in the cinema because I was young at the time when it came out. I was like 10, 11, 12. Like I was early teens-ish. So I wasn't into Lord of the Rings really at the time. So if I could see any on IMAX and Lord of the Rings was sold out, I would have seen it. I would have seen it, and I'm really sad that it's sold out. It's very disappointing. Which movie has the best soundtrack / score? Let's check my scores playlist. Yes, I have a playlist for scores. I have one for soundtracks and one for scores. There's one score that I literally love every single, like, piece from the score, and that is Mission Impossible Fallout by Lorne Balfe. Watch the movie. The movie's fantastic. It's like 5 stars for me. 4.5? 5 stars. 5 stars. It's my favorite Mission Impossible film. I listen to this score all the time. I literally play it from start to end. Even though Hans Zimmer is my favorite composer and I adore him and love him, I would say, yeah, Fallout is probably my favorite soundtrack, where I love every single track from it. And it's like really, I don't even know, it's like at least 20 tracks. There's a lot of songs. My favorite is Stairs and Rooftops. That's what it's called. Yeah, Stairs and Rooftops. It's my favorite. Just listen to it. You won't regret it. Have you ever walked out on a movie in the cinema? I haven't walked out on a movie because it's like bad or like I've hated it, and I've paid money to see it. I'll just sit through the whole thing so I can say I've watched the whole thing. But I have walked out for part of a movie. It was for Avatar 2, the whaling scene. Like I could not watch. Like I couldn't watch it and listen to it. I had my 3D glasses and they were like fogging up. I had tears running down my face. I had to leave the cinema. I went to the bathroom. I didn't have tissue, so I got toilet paper and I was just like blowing my nose and like wiping my face and stuff because I was just crying so much. I'll never rewatch that movie ever again. I would love to see you do more musicals. There are plenty of great musical films, but if I do musicals for the channel, it's going to be ones for movies that I've seen before and that I can sing along to. Like it's going to be something that I love and know all the lyrics to and I can sing along to and everything. Like that's when I would probably do a musical on my channel because I just find them the most fun. I did a video for Cats. If you've seen that video, that wasn't a fun experience. That's the time that I watched a musical that was not the best time at all, and I regret watching that. But I mean, it made for a good video, so people enjoyed it. Favorite Disney movies. Okay, favorite Disney movies have to be hands down Hercules and a Goofy movie. I sing along to everything. I've done videos on both of them as well. A Goofy movie is probably one of my, yeah, definitely a favorite. I listen to Eye to Eye a lot. That song, Eye to Eye, love it. How excited are you about the Harry Potter TV show that'll be more faithful to the books? Honestly, I'm not really that interested in it. Remakes are very like fiddly for me. Like sometimes I'll watch them, but if it's something that I really love, I like kind of put it off. I want to know if it's good or not before I watch it. Like I'd like to know the general reception that it gets. Nothing's gonna beat Prisoner of Azkaban for me. I'm sorry, like nothing's gonna beat it. So I'm not really that interested. And also I don't really want to support them like at all. I do want to read the books. So maybe I'll just get them from the library or an op shop if I can find them at an op shop, because we don't want to support that person, do we? No, we don't. Have you ever hated a movie / TV show that most people enjoyed and you didn't say anything because you don't want people to be mad at you? I'm sure I have at some point. I mean, I talked about Twilight before. I can't think of anything off the top of my head, but there's definitely a point, specifically when I was probably studying in like classes where we would watch a movie like weekly and then talk about it. I probably like kept my opinions to myself because I probably found something really boring and everyone loved it. It was most likely a classic and I just didn't enjoy it, and like I just kept that to myself. So I got this question a lot, like a lot. I got this from many people. Favorite movie reaction. I think the one that I always go back to and I think I had the most fun filming was a Goofy movie. It was so enjoyable. It was so fun to film. I loved filming it just because I sang along to all of it pretty much and just danced, and it was the best. So yeah, if you want to have a fun time with a Disney movie, it was years ago that I did it at like my old place, like 2 places ago. It was fun. It was great. It's definitely one of my favorites. Who's your favorite AFL team? We got an Aussie here. I'm assuming you're an Aussie. I'm wearing my jumper today. Bulldogs, Western Bulldogs. They're my team. My brother's got this for me for Christmas. They're very frustrating. They're an extremely frustrating team, at least right now. I just want our coach to we need a new coach. I'm sorry, it's been too long. Are you sure a hot dog isn't a sandwich? Okay, this is a throwback, like a major throwback to a Q&A I did years ago, like years and years ago. Is a hot dog a sandwich? No. Are you kidding me? How is a hot dog a sandwich? I don't know if it's the same person. I'm assuming it's the same person. They asked me if a hot dog was a sandwich and I said no, because it's not. Hot dogs go in a bun. They go in a bun, like it's long and it gets cut in half and the hot dog goes in there. A sandwich is slices of bread, like square slices of bread. That's a sandwich. I don't even know why I have to explain this. Hot dogs are not a sandwich. No. Why? If you could go anywhere in the world, where would you go and who would you take with you? Also, if you could live in any movie/TV universe, which one would you choose? So if I could travel somewhere and who I would go with is actually my plan for the end of the year. I'm finally going to New Zealand with my best friend and we're going in October and I'm extremely excited. So that's the plan. So that's one I've been holding out for forever. And it's finally happening this year. So something to look forward to. And a TV or movie like that I would want to live in, most likely it would be like a K-drama, probably like a workplace one or something. I don't know, because they're really fun. And I just like the groups, like the friendship groups and stuff. They're just super fun to watch. And I'm like, I wish I was like, had best friends like that. And like worked in a place with like that office environment where everyone was friends. And like went out to dinner and had food and got drunk. I wish I had that. So I would probably want to live in just a K-drama. What is your most awkward/embarrassing/cringe-worthy moment? I mean, when I was younger, I was like 10 at the time. We were doing like a filming day. We were like making videos and stuff, like our class. I'm like half Greek Cypriot, right? Hair, okay? Greeks, hair. So at the time, obviously I was younger, hair in between my brows. So the night before, I got my mum's shaver and went like this. I had no idea what I was doing. And I took a huge chunk out of my brow and I turned up the next day to do filming and I didn't want to take my hat off. And then everyone saw and could see that I shaved my eyebrow off. So that is a core memory that I have from being 10 back in primary school. What's your favorite hair color you've had? And if you dyed again, what color would it be? I think maybe like my seafoam blue color was one of my, I'm liking my blonde at the moment because then I can like wear any colors, like my hair doesn't clash with my clothes. But I think my seafoam like bluey green aqua color was my favorite. But I do like having blonde. I like my blonde. And I don't know how I would deal going back to being completely brunette again. Could you imagine? I wouldn't even recognize myself. I'd probably walk into work and people would be like, who are you? Yes, I'm liking the blonde right now and I think it does suit me. I do like it. But I did really like having really light pink, the light pink. But then grey was really fun too. I liked having grey. I think purple was my least favorite, probably because I had like a horror story attached to the purple at the hairdressers that we don't want to talk about. Do you watch other reacting channels? If so, which reactors do you watch? I watch a couple, not too many. My main person is Dylan Is in Trouble. Love Dylan. He's like one of the most well-known commentary people out there. There is another girl that I watched. Oh, Jesus. Her name's Gabby. Gabby, wait, let me find her subscriptions. What's her channel name? Give me a minute. I need to find her channel name. Her channel's called Netflix Party, but her name is Gabby. I love her. She's so funny. They're probably like, if they pop up on my subscription feed, like I will instantly chuck them on and instantly watch them. If you had the opportunity to go to space, would you? No, never, ever. Like I know it's a once in a lifetime opportunity, but no. I don't like space. Like I like learning about space and knowing about space, but I don't want to go to space. Like the claustrophobia and like being like I can't escape. Not happening. When will you finish reading Return of the King? Well, it is happening soon. It is actually my plan this weekend or the weekend after, I think, to start filming that or to film it in general, to read it. So hopefully within the next month or so, I think it should be up. Fingers crossed. Don't hold me to it, but it is the plan right now. So those are all the questions that I have. If I missed yours, I'm sorry if I missed it. Leave comments down below. Happy 10 years. Yay. I'm not going to say to another 10 years because I don't think I'll be doing this when I'm 40. If I'm doing this when I'm 40, will I be doing this when I'm 40? I don't even want to think about that. I don't want to know that far ahead into my life either. Let's just have fun now. Just watching great movies and TV shows and listening to fantastic music and just having fun. Yep. 2024 is going to be a great year. I know it. And yes, I'm manifesting a fantastic year. Leave your comments down below if you didn't get around to leaving one, or if I missed yours, I'm sorry, leave them down below. Hopefully I can get around to them. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed, and I'll talk to you guys later. Bye.